what about the quality of the Cup semi-finals coming up? England get there after knocking out the defending champs. They'll take on Fiji. Samoa, the real surprise packets on the Gold Coast, will clash with the Blitzbokker. Those two semis and a whole lot more action coming up right here as part of the HSBC 7's World Series.
England take on Fiji in the first Cup semi-final. And these two sides have met on 61 occasions. England have won 29, Fiji 32. They last met in London 11th of May in the third place. England won 26-19. But have a look at, down the bottom of the screen, 13th of October, the Cup quarter-final. England won that match here on the Gold Coast by 26 points to 12. Simon Amor has stayed with the same 7 that demolished New Zealand earlier by 31 points to 7. Hard-working forwards Burgess, Rodwell and Gray are there. Norton is the go-to man, and also Bibby and Watson. And for Fiji, well, where do you start? Domalilo, Kunatani and Thakau is back. The experience of the 36-year-old playing in his 45th event, and he will be crucial in this game. They are led by Osea Kolenisau, and the top try scorer in the tournament is on the bench. That's just how much class they have, Carlton, Anna.
Yes, indeed. It'll be interesting to see how England attack this game. I'm sure the blueprint for them is against New Zealand, where they play it slow and control the pace of the game. Fiji will want to play a high-tempo type of game, and it all revolves around their centre and captain, Osea Kolenisau. I think he has been outstanding this weekend for the Fijians, jersey number 8, and he's going to be a central figure for Fiji if they're going to be any chance to win this game.
Fiji so far, clean record, and the same for England. Speaking of New Zealand earlier today, a very warm pull-up Banaka to all of you watching in Suva and Nandi, all around the world, wherever you may be. These images going through the Pacific, Fiji, Tonga and Samoa through New Zealand Sky Sport, Australia here on Fox, the Middle East, the Satanta through Europe, Sky UK, and of course a huge audience in Asia. The first Cup semi-final doesn't get any better than this for these two teams. And Rasta Rashavenge from Australia will control the match.
Well, if there's any team that can challenge the Fijian pace, it's the English side, because they are so big and physical, Willie. That's the exciting thing about for me in this matchup. The skill and athleticism against the structure and power of England.
Christian Lewis-Pratt gets us underway. The white of England against the power and pace of Fiji. Kolenisau with his first touch of the ball, and now they try and go down the flank here. Rawatha inside to Kolenisau. Kolenisau now looking for someone to come back on the cut. That man is Tuwai. Jerry Tuwai, one to beat. Just the sweeper, Tuwai, the pop pass inside. Here comes the first try. Domalilo.
Well, Tuwai looked like a guy I saw walking around just moments earlier. Waisale Sarevi, watch him here. Kolenisau calls him on the inside. Tuwai, little stop and go. Oh yeah, none better than that. Jerry Tuwai freezes the defence, buys time, waits for a support play, and it comes in the form of Domalilo. And in front of the hysterical Fijian fans, they score.
Last Friday, which was the 10th of October, was the 44th year of Fiji independence. And I know, talking to some of the guys in the hotel, they said they want to win this tournament for their fans back home. Conversion is successful, of course. The first democratic vote was in 2014. Frank Bainimarama, the chosen Prime Minister, and I know that these images, they'll be celebrating in the friendly islands of Fiji. Lost forward, the first mistake by Kunatani and Fiji, but now England with possession. Bibby has it. Class actors. Bibby steps on the inside, looks for some support, and there is the support. Comes in the form of Lewis-Pratt. It's a foot race. They won't catch him. What a game of 7's. Punch and counter punch from England, and Lewis-Pratt runs 60 metres.
Well, I think this guy was missing for England yesterday because he's a playmaker, he's a director. And he made a huge difference in the quarter final, and he was on one leg yesterday. He come off after 2 minutes of the first game. He gives it here. And Dan Bibby has been good today for mine. He's injected himself at the right time. And look at him here, showing no restraints. He's hurting, don't worry about that. But he's not going to show it. It's Christian Lewis Pratt.
23 years old, the conversion to tie it up, and it's good. 2.5 gone in the first half of this quality match between England and Fiji, and we're all tied up. Simon Amor, what a player he was, the former Sevens captain, 34-year-old. Making notes in the book. Represented England Sevens for 6 years, including 4 Hong Kong titles. Here's the try scorer.
Geez, I think I was there for a couple of them too, Willie. Don't remind me. We're on the wrong side of the ledger.
Yeah. The counter-ruck is good. You heard that from the referee, but they've just lost it forward, England there. So sending in more players to the breakdown. Obviously one area they've identified.
No doubt about that. And the thing that's already apparent to me is that it's going to come down to taking your opportunities at the right moment. That was a huge one. I know it's only the first half, but it just gets the feeling in the match-up that everything's going to count at the right time. It's going to be that close.
Man with the ball, Jerry Tuwai on debut, rather. One of the real standout players last week for Fiji B. Well, you can put Fiji D in most tournaments and they'll still win. As they get it wide to Rawatha. Good tackle from Norton. Straight in and around the boots. Look at the power there, just to hold up and buy some time for the captain, Kolenisau. Has that gone forward? No, it hasn't, but it has found its way into the touch.
You can see the Fijians are trying to take Dan Norton out of the game by being confrontational with him on the wing, make him tired, so when he does get the ball in attack, he's not as effective.
Jerry Tuwai called in for the injured Mulivoru, who no doubt will be sitting back in the islands watching this. Our best wishes to the injured players from Fiji that weren't able to make it here. We know that you'll be back. And now Kunitani offloads. Kolenisau breaks the tackle and races away. Fiji on again.
Just the natural athleticism of the Fijians. And a confident team they are at the moment because of this kid. Osia Kolenisau. Tuwai with the offload and the long striding. Number 2, Kunatani, carrying the ball like a loaf of bread. And this kid, Osia Kolenisau, been good for a long time, but he's led his team well and from the front with runs like this.
Soccer in his youth. Played rugby late in school and never thought that he'd ever be captain rugby, but he made his debut in Dubai in 2008. The rover in midfield. And the 44 years of independence is getting sweeter and sweeter every minute for the Fijians.
I think the main thing about Kolenisau is that he's so adaptable. He can play in the centres, he can play on the wing, he can play at standoff. And that's the beauty of him. So adaptable.
70 tries for Osia Kolenisau in his career. Up high goes Rodwell, back into the hands of Gray. It's gone backwards, and so now they've lost it forward.
Big moment in this game, Willie. Counting down to nearly 1 minute just before the half. Fiji with a crucial turnover there.
But we haven't seen the likes of Watson and Norton. They've got to get the ball into the hands of these class players in the midfield for England.
Well, that's a smart thing for mine. In the case of Fiji in their attack, they're running straight at Dan Norton.
Too wide. Not afraid to go to the line, and he's not afraid to score tries either. How did he do that? He had no right to score that try, Jerry Tuwai. And Kolenisau approves his first try here and on the World Series.
Oh, the juice is flowing for Fiji at the moment. Jerry Tuwai takes it off the base. You said he's just coming to this as a replacement. Well, he's taken it with 2 hands, Jerry Tuwai.
This is a Fijian team that mean business in 2014, up for grabs. A spot at the Commonwealth Games in 2 years' time, and their fans are delirious, absolutely delighted. 3 converted tries to 1, and as our expert comments man, former New Zealand captain Carl Tanana said, such a crucial time in the match just before the break. The restart from Kolenisau. Rodgers goes up, taps it back. taken out in the air.
In the air, number 1. Leave him in the air, number 1.
So Dombalai challenging James Rodwell while he was up in the air. And so who do they go to here, Carl? Who needs to get ball in hands? Is it Bibby? Is it Watson?
Yeah, Dan Bibby, the one for mine. Willie, that has been the playmaker for this English side. They did very well in their quarterfinal, this facet of play. Here he comes now.
Burgess taps, gives it to Lewis Pratt. There is Bibby, the man, the go-to man. Clean out is a little slow.
Number 10, first action is to seal off.
Oh, geez, I think that's harsh. Sealing off was the call. Christian Lewis Pratt, the one singled out. Now Fiji get the last right before the half.
Dombalai thought they may have just kicked it out, but this is Fiji, remember. And they want more points. Here comes Kunatani. Kunatani breaks through the first, offloads. Here comes that elusive fourth try for Fiji. Why would you kick it out when you can score tries? And Captain Courageous goes in for his second.
We can see the result of early part and a half. Fiji running at the smaller men of the English team. Kunatani, there was weak effort on defence by Marcus Watson. He won't be happy. He gets it down just. The captain, Kolene Sao.
They've been in scintillating form, the Flying Fijians. 38-0 against Portugal, 35-12 against Australia yesterday, and 31-10 against Wales earlier this morning here on the Gold Coast. Half-time here where Fiji lead by 26-7. Simon Amor is the coach for England, and let's listen in and see what he's got to say.
He's making one-on-one tackles, they're going high and palmed off, so they let his leg chops in. Keep either side keep assessing those offloads. We know against this team, small tries very quickly if you get the ball. So break clear men on the bench, they're really exciting and Katie, forced into the outside, knock the palms down, leg chops and keep inside assess the offloads.
Former England coach Ben Ryan.
One more score now, they think they've got a chance. We hold on to it now, one more score, the game's over. You understand that? We score a kick-off, we keep them in their half for as long as possible. We hold on to the ball. If it's not on, we apply pressure. You understand? We apply pressure. Apply pressure to them for the next 7 minutes.
Simple equation, Carlton Allen, score first, game over.
Yeah, their kickoffs will go long, apply pressure with their defence and try and create a turnover. Simon Amor on the other side of the coin, saying that in defence they need to chop down the Fijians. They're going too high, they're able to offload. If you put them on the deck, make them tired, have another guy competing for the ball, get some turnover ball, and then you've got an opportunity to set. They're still in this game, but they need to score first.
Yeah, Volvo from Blue Lagoon, and their fans are some of the best in the world. Every tournament of the 9, the HSBC 7 series, there are Fijians. They love their team, they love their 7s. As Kolene Sao gets us underway, rising high. It was great. Burgess clears it to Lewis Pratt. Now Watson. He's a dangerous Watson, so is this man there. Riders with a lovely little offload. Back into Gray. Lewis Pratt has it, trying to get outside their own half. Watson, dummy to the first player, gives it on. The back play to Burgess. Bibby falls over there, and just because of that, thought that he may not have actually got there in time, but they hadn't rolled away.
They've got to lift it up here, Willie. England are just a bit too slow at the moment. They've got to go to Bibby and go to their go-to men with the hot hand.
Lewis Pratt, the try scorer for England, with a wide pass, too high for Burgess. And you can see the disappointment. He sets very high standards. That's Christian Lewis Pratt, and he knew. And that's an opportunity that's just gone.
Well, that's the thing. You've got to take your opportunities, and England aren't on this occasion because of the pressure applied by Fiji. They're chasing the game. But here they go again.
Turnover there from the line-out means that England do have possession. Here goes Watson. Watson trying to get on the outside, calls in Norton. Dan Norton with a lovely little offload to Christian Lewis Pratt. Support arrives. It's slow. Too slow, and Kolene Sao taps and goes. Score one set, Ben Ryan, and it's all over. Now they get it out to Kunatani. The lovely little late cut, and here comes a try to Rawatha. I'll get it out eventually. actually. They don't give you many opportunities, Fiji, but they take theirs.
Well, Kolini Sau again, he was the one competing for the ball, got the turnover. He took the quick tap and then the late cut there between Kunatani and Ruatha. And the fancy finish for the flying Fijians.
Yeah, from the Nadronga club, the champions. And he has impressed Coach Ben Ryan. Told that he was an exciting prospect, and he is delivering here on the Gold Coast. It's blowing out now. Fiji 5 tries to 1, lead by 33 points to 7. The carver will be flowing.
Time's back on.
Well, you think rugby's religion in South Africa and New Zealand, well, in Fiji 7's, every man, woman and child
One must go off.
know these players, love these players, revere these players.
And they tell you too, you ever visit the most beautiful part of the world, if you're ever there, I'll tell you what, they tell you about their 7's players, they educate you. And what a performance their team is turning on today. Oh, that's beautiful. Kunatani, the offload. Veremalua gets it away, and here comes Kartonimbau. 9th try. This is unbelievable. What a performance. Simon Amor. Don't think they could have done too much more, because this Fijian side means business.
Oh, unstoppable at the moment. Confidence riding high. You can just see it in the body language of the Fijians, and poetry, emotion at the moment. A well-oiled machine.
Look at that. Jerry Tuwai goes over to celebrate. Saw them in the pool earlier this morning at around 7 o'clock. And they were there, they were jubilant, but they very much had their game face on. And maybe that's what Ben Ryan has brought, because he's not going to teach the Fijians how to play 7's, is he?
Well, I don't think you want to harness the Fijian way of playing the game. You just want to give them a little bit of structure, a little bit of professionalism in terms of recovery and things like that, a little bit of knowledge. And now you're starting to find the fruits of his efforts.
Little kick forward there from Jerry Tuwai, turns over, and now England have possession, and some of the new players are on the field. Bibi runs across and tries to find some space. Big tackle coming in from Veremalua. Quickly in and creating. Look at the swarming defence from the Fijians. It's mushroom-like. They just push from the outside in. Their coach Ben Ryan said keep them in their own half, put pressure on them, ask questions, and that's what they've been doing. 2 in the tackle. Wasn't held, so he gets to his feet. Blanchard. Here's Bibi again. Another big contact from Veremalua. Space down this blind side, the little pop pass there. It was a difficult one for Lewis Pratt to try and hold on to, and Bibi goes in and clears it. Now they've got some space out wide. Break. Opts for the kick, but there's players back there for Fiji, and they've given possession back to this danger man, Jerry Tuwai. Beats the first. Tuwai. Now he's starting to play with the defenders like Waisali Sarevi used to do.
Clear release, number 7.
The quick tap here. Ravovo. The offload. Veremalua. They've got more players, it seems, on the field. Reaching, and he's just short, I think.
I think he's got this down, Willie, for mine.
Let's break up.
Just.
Let's break up.
Nanga Levu.
Sometimes it feels like the English have 7 and the Fijians have got 15 on the field.
Well, that's what confidence does for you. Well, he does in it. They're taking it to a set-up. They're keen to get off the deck.
Okay, I'm going to go RVR and check it, yeah? Time of RVR.
RVR time for the Australian referee. This is the view that he will be looking at. Nangalevu on debut. His feet are okay. Has he got that down, Kaltanana?
Well, it's touched the chalk. It's just whether his right leg is out. Hard to see from that view. I think the assistant referee has said that the leg was out before he rolled over and the line touched, or the ball touched the line.
Based on what we've seen.
Just watch the bottom of his legs here. He rolls over, he's fine. Feet are up.
Yeah, short.
That's short. There's touch there, but I think his legs are actually out.
I just want to see the angle if he's in touch first, the angle from if he's in touch.
So the first, he's fallen short, he's placed it.
Okay, I'm happy to go try there.
He's awarded it. More celebrations for Fiji, and they're just running riot. It's an assault on the English, and as it stands, this is the best performance by Fiji against England since Dubai in 2000, where they thumped them 43-0.
They've just been so dynamic, haven't they? Fiji in this game.
Oh.
There's no way I would have picked this scoreline for the life of me, Willie. I thought it was going to be very, very close, but England just dominated every single stat that you can think of.
The restart from Ravovo, up and playing the man in the air is dangerous, and so the quick tap from John Brake, Lewis Pratt. Now they're starting to find a little bit of space here. Bibby gets it out wide to Bowen. Tom Bowen on debut, brought down in the tackle of Ravovo. England will definitely want to try and get a second try here, coming in on the angle, and a big hit coming from Kunatani. He came from Sydney to make that tackle. The pop pass here up to Bowen, trying to find some space, but this defense from the Fijians is brilliant. Davis, he goes in. There's another big tackle coming in.
Attacking entry.
And incorrect entry means that in the last 30 seconds, Fiji are going to have possession. The quick tap from Tuwai. They're not done. They want 50. That's the goal here for the Fijians now, is to score and get that 50. Tuwai. Jerry Tuwai. No, this is the replacement. It's actually Wangatambu. My apologies. Wangatambu's in the corner. He looks just like Jerry Tuwai, but he runs like Api Wangatambu.
Well, you can't argue with the result in the score, can you, Willie? The dummy and go. Very tired defence from England. He just picks his angle to Api Salome Wangatambu, and there's no need to go to the VR there. That is placed out with an exclamation mark.
This to bring up 58 tries to 1. The best performance by Fiji against England was in Hong Kong in 2000, so they have scored 50 before in 2000. 52-7, this to bring it to 50, unsuccessful. And in the first semi-final of the Cup in 2014 on the Gold Coast, Fiji have beaten England 48-7.
They got enough in the tank to do it again in the final?
I don't know. So soon find out. Yeah, no, I didn't expect that. England played very well in the quarter-final, and it was tight at 7-all. We just got a couple of lucky bounces at kickoff, took us away, and then you know, the scoreline, you know, I think flattered us in the end.
Go well, enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
Well, he must be very happy indeed, the Fijian coach, Ben